What's up guys, welcome to Wall Street Millennial. Today we have some breaking news about Nikola. These revelations will completely change your view on Nikola, so please watch to the end of the video. There's a lot of important content. And as always, like, subscribe, and share this video. We really appreciate all of you guys' support. We recently broke through 50 subscribers, and let's try to push that up to 100. A few days ago, short-selling firm Hindenburg released a report accusing Nikola of fraud. Hindenburg, basically what they do is short a stock and then come out accusing the company of fraud, hoping that will drive the stock price down. There are a lot of allegations in the report, but the main one is that Nikola's truck can't drive on its own, and they misled the public into thinking it does drive, with promotional videos appearing to show it is driving. Hindenburg alleges that the Nikola 1 truck was actually towed to the top of a hill and then rolled down. The camera angle was manipulated so as to give the illusion that the truck was driving on a level surface, giving the impression that it was actually propelling itself. Immediately after these allegations were released, Nikola came out with a response saying the allegations are false and threatening to sue Hindenburg. They specifically addressed the issue of the truck rolling down the hill. They say it was not just a shell and it was a real truck. It had a fully functioning gearbox, batteries, inverters, power steering, etc. But the big bombshell in this is that they admit that Hindenburg was right and the Nikola 1 truck in fact cannot drive itself. They say they decided to keep the Nikola 1 truck as a prototype and not invest in making it be able to propel itself. But to be fair to Nikola, this Nikola 1 truck was from 2016. In 2019, they developed the Nikola 2 truck, which is capable of self-propulsion and has been demonstrated many times to drive on its own. So to be clear, Nikola does currently have a truck, the Nikola 2 truck, that is functional and can run on its own. But it's important not to forget about Trevor Milton. The eccentric chairman of Nikola has received much criticism in the past for his childish antics, especially on Twitter. He basically just acts like a man-child and blocks anyone who criticizes him and acts really immature. Having this guy in charge of the company really doesn't lend itself credibility and leaves it much more vulnerable to this type of attack from short sellers.
Stop it. Get some help.
Another aspect of the whole Nikola story is its deal with GM. GM recently made a deal with Nikola where they would manufacture Nikola's Honey Badger pickup truck in return for a $2 billion stake in the company. And a lot of people think if GM is willing to partake in such a big deal with Nikola, surely they did their due diligence and made sure Nikola is legit, right? Wrong. If you look at the details of the deal, it is written in such a way that is very favorable to GM. GM doesn't spend a dime initially. Nikola actually pays them $700 million to cover the cost of starting up production of the Honey Badger pickup truck at a GM plant. And once they get ramped up, GM will receive a $2 billion equity stake in Nikola in return for producing the cars. GM essentially takes on no risk. If Nikola does turn out to be a fraud, they don't lose anything because they didn't put in any cash to begin with. Because of the low risk to GM, they don't really have to do any due diligence. So where is this all headed? What we know is that Nikola does currently have a real truck that can propel itself, the Nikola 2. We also know that the Nikola 1 was not propelling itself in this video, so there was at the very minimum misleading advertising. Furthermore, the SEC is actively investigating Nikola based on the fraud allegations of Hindenburg, so it seems the allegations are serious enough for the SEC to take them seriously. On the one hand, Nikola is a very strange company. There are serious allegations, it is a crazy stock, and its chairman is a man-child. But on the other hand, their Nikola 2 truck is real, and GM appears to be not backing down from their partnership. So, if the investigation is resolved, it may be possible that they can just put this whole conundrum behind them. Many companies have had fraud allegations lodged against them that turned out to be baseless. For example, earlier this year, famous short seller Muddy Waters published a report saying the Chinese education company GSX is a fraud. The stock has more than tripled since then. At this point, it is difficult to tell what will happen with the Nikola case, and there are a broad range of possible outcomes. That is why the stock has been so volatile. Nobody knows for sure what will happen. But we will monitor the investigation as it unfolds and upload more videos to update you all. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get new updates when we upload new videos about this topic and other topics. Wall Street Millennial signing out.